Chhindwara district of Madhya Pradesh is predominantly a coal mine region of central India. The extensive mining activity carried out over a century and a half has its telltale and adverse consequences on the demography, topography, economy, climate, and culture of this tribal area. Surveys conducted in the recent past have brought to light some of the serious health issues prevalent in Chhindwara's far-flung rural as well as urban population. Ever since the CMI fathers of St. Paul Province Bhopal extended their activities to Chhindwara district and focused more on the field of education and health, a chain of welfare programs have been initiated bringing respite to the peoples of this backward district. As per Census 2011, in India, of the 121 crore population, about 2.68 crore persons are disabled, which is 2.21% of the total population. In an era where inclusive development is being emphasized as the right path towards sustainable development, focused initiatives for the welfare of disabled persons are essential. This emphasizes the need for strengthening disability statistics in the country. World Health Organization describes disability as an umbrella term, covering impairments, activity limitations, and participation restrictions. Impairment is a problem in body function or structure of an activity limitation, is a difficulty encountered by an individual in executing a task or action, while a participation restriction is a problem experienced by an individual in involvement in life situations. Disability is thus not just a health problem, it is a complex phenomenon reflecting the interaction between features of a person's body and features of the society in which he or she lives. Overcoming the difficulties faced by people with disabilities require interventions to remove environmental and social barriers. Asha Kiran, translated as Haven of Hope, is an expression of the Good Samaritan heart of CMI St. Paul Province Bhopal, where persons with disabilities, especially children, are given ample opportunities to realize themselves to be responsible citizens of our country with a human heart. It can be a reality when we, members of the society, join hands together and reach out to the needy and answer the question of Jesus. Which of these three do you think was a neighbor to the man who fell into the hands of robbers? Charlie Chaplin would say that we think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. In 2010, Reverend Father Thomas Theratel, CMI, initiated an innovative program in the remote villages of Chhindwara. His constant interaction with people of the villages enabled him to assess their real life situation and also motivated him to prioritize their needs. As a result, Father Thomas focused his intervention on people with disabilities. On an experimental basis, he initiated community-based rehabilitation program for the disabled people. After an initial exploration of 6 years, Father Thomas and his team realized the need for a rehabilitation center for the children with disabilities. At this juncture, late Swami Sadanand, the Acharya of Shantigiri Ashram, Bhamodi, shared his vision and extended wholehearted support for the realization of a center for children with disabilities. Thus, Asha Kiran got its central unit attached to Shantigiri Ashram. Paulo Coelho said, "When you want something, the whole universe conspires in helping you to achieve it." It is true with this venture as well. Our dream of a house for the persons with disabilities was wholeheartedly welcomed by St. Paul CMI Province Bhopal. This noble endeavor took off with the passionate support of Father Polytekkan CMI, who is rendering his service in USA. He came forward to spend all his personal savings for the infrastructure needed for the center. Asha Kiran was inaugurated on 21st March 2017 by late Archbishop Abraham Virudu Kulangara, Archdiocese of Nagpur. There were many challenges in the realization of this project in the village communities as well as in the school, where they are sent for their academic pursuit. As the children with disabilities are regarded helpless and burdensome members of the family, the guardians never take proper care of them. The parents generally are also reluctant to send their wards for studies of any sort. A repeated reach-out program and constant support and guidance instilled confidence in their hearts to part with their children and send them for training and rehabilitation at Asha Kiran. In the first year, we had 13 children selected out of 20 who came for a 1-month come and see program. These 13 children started attending Sant Chawra National Academy, another CMI initiative and the best school in the district, while residing at Asha Kiran. Father Satish CMI personally visited all the houses of the first batch.
I really enjoyed those visits I made to the houses of our children at the hostel before they joined Asha Kiran. Most of them live in remote villages. Many of their parents were not ready to send their children very far. Our repeated visits made them convinced. Today we are enjoying the fruits of our hard labor in the form of smiles of our dear children. Father Johnson Ternale was an encouraging force for me to look after the construction work and do the home visits. I enjoy a quote from St. Francis of Assisi. Start by doing what's necessary, then do what's possible, and suddenly you are doing the impossible. Let's also do the best possible for the needy. Thank you.
On the first day, when these children reached the school campus, the management and the entire school community were at the entrance to welcome them with smiling faces, aarti and flowers. Ever since, this exuberant welcome has been an everyday attraction at school and an impetus for all of us at Asha Kiran. It is nothing less than a miracle. It was a strong bond and indication that you are not an alien, but the integral part of the school. In the following years, 2 more batches of students joined, and the total number of children with disabilities at Asha Kiran is 30 now. Principal of St. Chawra Academy, Reverend Father Verghese CMI acclaims,
Asha Kiran's programs are very close to the mind of St. Chawra. I enjoy the presence of the children of Asha Kiran here in our school. Their presence here reminds us the famous saying of St. Chawra, let there be no day in your life in which you did no good to others. Staff and students of St. Chawra are really grateful to provincials and team for giving us opportunity to be the partners of Asha Kiran.
Another venture in the field of disabilities by Asha Kiran is the daycare school for the children with intellectual disabilities. Survey of children with disabilities revealed that there is an alarmingly high rate of mental retardation of varying degrees. To train them in basic life skills and to educate them as per their mental abilities, we started the daycare program for the children with intellectual disabilities. Now, there are 30 children and a dozen youth who benefit from this program. Father Thomas Teratil, the director, is ecstatic as his dream unfolds at Asha Kiran.
We had a humble beginning at Harai where we began our services in community-based rehabilitation mode for the persons with disabilities and of diseases of serious nature such as cancer, TB, corrective surgery, etc. It was not very professional way of doing it, I agree, but it was a heart's way of reaching the needy. It is said, when you want to do something good, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. It is very true in the case of Asha Kiran. As CMI community thought of beginning a center for the children with disabilities, Father Swami Sadanand, Father Poli and many others joined hands with it. Even today, I see a living presence of God who joins many more as friends of Asha Kiran.
We also reach out to persons with disabilities in the village communities through community-based rehabilitation program. It is an effort to collaborate with the parents and community leaders to improve awareness on issues related to physical and mental disabilities and to offer them help as per their needs and capabilities. Asha Kiran, Haven of Hope, was launched with the vision: persons with disabilities may live a respectful and dignified life, experiencing the mercy of God. We carry out our mission statement that empowered children with disabilities may contribute to the society where they experience equal rights and boundless opportunities through inclusive education. The objectives laid out streamline our priorities: to reach the children with disabilities in remote villages, to ensure and enable community-based rehabilitation of persons with disabilities through societal awareness and health sensitivity, to empower persons with disabilities to become responsible citizens through inclusive education, to form a model group of persons with disabilities who would inspire others for becoming leaders in the areas of administration, health, sports, etc. For every child, life at Asha Kiran has been one of high motivation, challenge and achievement, thereby bringing satisfaction to all the stakeholders. A highly motivated and specially trained team of instructors and ayahs are engaged round the clock in skill training, academics and talent enhancement. Children who have had no privilege to go to school are given remedial classes to bridge the gap in primary education and are reported to be excelling in all activities in a regular school and withdrawals. Parents sigh with relief when they witness their children growing self-reliant and self-confident. They are brimming with joy as they now see the radiant faces of their disabled children.
मेरा नाम रूपलाल है। अनक लाल मेरा बेटा है, उसका पैर में दिक्कत था, तो वो मतलब विकलांग, दोनों पैर ऐसा कुबड़ा है, चलने के उसको परेशान है। वो तो यहाँ ने थोड़ा तक चप्पल पहनता, नहीं तो वो चप्पल भी पहनने को नहीं बन रहा उसको। अब गांव में अब स्कूल पहुँचाने की सोच रहा था, मगर स्कूल अब कुछ तो बने नहीं, फिर कितना लानो ले जानो करेगा।
उसको चलने को बनता
दूर भी है,
वो चप्पल जूता कुछ नहीं पहनता, खुली पैर चलने को बनता ही नहीं उससे। तो वो दोनों ही हाथ ठेक रहा, तो वो छोटी बच्चे है तजा और घुटना से चल रहा था, उसको रेंगने को नहीं बन रहा था। इधर आकी और दीदी हमने उसको जूता पहना दिया तो चलने लगा। मम्मी बोले मैं इधर नहीं रहूँगा, मैं तो उधर ही स्कूल में जाऊँगा।
अच्छा अच्छा।
इतने मेरी छोटी भैया है, बड़े भैया है, इन्हों मारते रहता है, तो मैं स्कूल में रहूँगा तो कोई नहीं मारेगा। मैं अच्छी पढ़ूंगा, अच्छी लिखूंगा, ऐसे बोलते उसके दिमाग में। सर मनो आपका मालूम वो पढ़ता है कि नहीं पढ़ता है। घर पे तो जाके वो के बड़ी बड़ी दीदी होने
उनको अक्सर बता देता हूँ पूरा।
Their classmates vie with each other and candidly assert their companionship with the students of Asha Kiran.
Asha Kiran, Sandhya and Pradeep are in my class. We all enjoy their presence. We all are with them. We wish them all the best for the future. All the best. All the best.
The Counselor of School Apostolate of St. Paul Province, Bhopal, Reverend Father Anil CMI, reiterates the orientation of Asha Kiran.
CMI St. Paul Province has celebrated 50 years of its existence in Madhya Pradesh. Our pioneers ventured into the mission territory with a vision of integral development of human being, especially the most vulnerable section of the society. Asha Kiran is the fulfillment of one of our dreams which we have nurtured for long. Our beloved Father Thomas Theratil, a passionate missionary and an expert in the field of disability, has initiated this mission from 2011 in the remote villages of Madhya Pradesh and actualized it on the occasion of the canonization of our founder Saint Chavara, the champion of social reformation. We hope and pray that Asha Kiran would become a means to radiate the compassionate love of Jesus to the neediest of the society.
To conclude, equal opportunities to the less privileged members of our society through holistic education is the avowed goal of Asha Kiran. A number of empowering programs and methods are chalked out to impart education in all spheres of personal and social life. In developing the human and creative potential of the person, disability should not be a hindrance. Human resources of persons with disabilities should not remain unutilized and wasted because of lacking opportunities. A great sense of social responsibility challenges us to participate in this endeavor of Asha Kiran. We solicit the generosity of more benefactors to sustain the efforts of Asha Kiran. The development plans for Asha Kiran necessarily need support from patrons. There are many families in the villages which cannot take care of their special children in more decent and worthy manner due to their physical and financial constraints. They need awareness as well as support.
We have a sponsorship program called Enable to help our children's education, stay and training at Asha Kiran, youth with disabilities and persons suffering from mental illness. We believe that many will collaborate with us to brighten up the lives of persons with disabilities. Thank you.
Assessing this situation, we have to give opportunities to more children at the Asha Kiran Center. More branches of Asha Kiran in the other townships are also on the anvil. We need to design and set up more child-friendly special education courses and programs. We hope to channelize the support of all government and private enterprises for the cause of the less privileged children, especially mentally and physically challenged children. We have also initiated a sponsorship program called Enable for the collaboration of people of goodwill. Following are the specific program for sponsorship. Enable education. Sponsor a child with disabilities at Asha Kiran for 1 year by contributing Rs 25,000 for his or her entire accommodation and educational cost. Enable shelter. Sponsor a child with disabilities at Asha Kiran for 1 year by contributing Rs 15,000 for his or her food and accommodation. Enable life skill. Sponsor a child or youth with intellectual disabilities for 1 year by contributing Rs 15,000 for his or her training cost including transportation. Enable travel. Sponsor a child or youth with intellectual disabilities for 1 year by contributing 8,000 for transportation. Enable therapy. Sponsor therapy for a person with disabilities for 1 year by contributing Rs 6,000. Enable self-reliance. Sponsor a person with disabilities for studies, training or income generation program by a one-time contribution of 20,000. Enable treatment. Sponsor the cost of the treatment and medicine of a person with mental illness by contributing Rs 9,600 per year. enables service, voluntary service at Asha Kiran Rehabilitation Center for a specific period. Thanking you one and all for your continuous support. We wholeheartedly welcome all men and women of goodwill to join hands with us to create a just and harmonious society by empowering the weak members who need our attention and extra help. Let us walk an extra mile with them.